Well, it's tough to get serious after that. Well done, Bo. Well, 5 in the bin. It's been a few weeks and we're back. It's going to be a great one. Our panel, Gordy Tellis to my right. Yeah. Benji Marshall. The King, Wally Lewis, is on the panel. And it's an absolute treat to have the new New South Wales Blues coach, Laurie Daly, in the house. Let's not forget the big man is in the cave. And Laurie, as we open it up, mate, 5 in the bin. You've seen it before. You're under the pump, mate. We're just going to pepper you with questions. But firstly, congrats. It's a huge role and well done. Yeah, it's an exciting time. A big honour. Something that I've always wanted to do. Now I've finally got the opportunity to coach New South Wales. Big job in front of us, but not insurmountable. Planning started already? Yeah, already. I've been in the job 48 hours, haven't been able to sleep, that excited. Can't wait to get my teeth stuck into it. I've had a couple of meetings today. I'll meet with the outgoing coach, Ricky Stewart, tomorrow. And look, I'm just excited. I know what I'm capable of doing, and I know that the support staff that have been around Origin over the last couple of years have done a terrific job under Ricky. And for me, it's about building on the processes that he's put in place.
Laurie, I've helped you out with the All-Stars, but how do you calm your nerves? Obviously, Origin time, like I'm a fan, and I've been out of the game now for 8. How are you going to calm your nerves? Like you're saying that you're excited now and you're not sleeping. What about game week? Yeah, I'm not quite sure, Gordy. I know that I will be excited come game day, but one thing I've learned over the last couple of years, in particular being in charge of the All-Stars and also the countryside, is you need to be calm and measured because otherwise you can lose your way. And it's a bit like playing. If you're out there and you can play off the top of your head, that's okay, but all of a sudden you've got to be thinking, you've got to be knowing when to make interchanges, and you have to be in control. And I find if I'm in control, I can take charge of the situation, but if I get caught up and get too excited, I'll lose my focus and I can lose my way.
Laurie, in all the interviews that you've done so far, you've said not too many things are going to change. You've been very close to Ricky. You know exactly what he's been planning over the last couple of years as a selector. You know exactly what style of player suits State of Origin football. So you feel that there's going to be a very close association to continue the work that's already been done? Yeah, most definitely, Wal. I think over the last 2 years, what Ricky's been able to achieve, he's been able to break down a lot of those barriers. And I think one of the things that's been very evident to me is that New South Wales have gone out there with a genuine belief that they can win. And I don't know whether they've had that in the past. I think they've thought they can compete with Queensland, but when it's sort of game on the line, I don't know deep down whether we actually felt it. This year, I could feel that we had that self-belief, but we just weren't good enough to take advantage of the moments when we were in control of that game. And I also think it'd be no good for me, after the good work that Ricky has already put in place, to come in and revolutionise the system, because I think the players feel comfortable, they're familiar in that environment, and for me it's about just building on Ricky's legacy, what he's left behind. Benji, you sit outside of it, given that you can't play in Origin. Would you make a change if you were Laurie taking over?
I think, yeah, as a coach, I probably would. I mean, for Laurie, it's going to fall back on the success, or the failure is going to be on Laurie's shoulders. So Laurie's obviously got things that he'll want to put in place and implement his own sort of style. But like you said, build on top of Ricky. And Laurie's obviously played in that arena and knows what it takes to beat Queensland. And if anyone can do it, mate, I think he's the right man for the job. And I've got a couple of quick questions. First of all, one of my mates asked me to ask, there's obviously a lot of positions up for grabs, and Bo Ryan, first of all, wants to know where's he going to play? Yep. And he can play anywhere. Well, I actually wanted Bo Ryan in the countryside this year, and I was overruled by the selectors. So, Bo, I'm sorry about that, mate.
You're right, mate.
I was one of 5 selectors, but I wanted you. I know, mate, that you'll be pushing hard for selection next year in the New South Wales side, mate. So keep up your form, buddy.
He's having a cracking season. Big man.
Yeah, Laurie, I'm interested to know if you think this is a really good time to come in as a coach. On the back of 7 losses in a row, you can't go much worse, can you? I mean, do you see that as a good thing or a bad thing?
No, I don't see it as either, Darryl. I just see it as a challenge, and one that I'm really looking forward to starting. New South Wales have gone through some difficult periods, we know that. I think the players are really hungry for success, and for me, it's not about
my ego, it's not about money, it's about trying to have these players feel what I felt when I played for New South Wales. And when I won series, and Wally and Fatty will be able to tell you, other than winning a grand final, that's the greatest experience you can experience, is to win an Origin series. And a lot of our players haven't experienced that. So I would love nothing more than that group of players to feel the emotions that I felt when I was playing.
Laurie, your decision though, it's all about timing. If I ever go back on my career and say the worst decision I ever made, it was coaching so close to retiring from State of Origin football. You've been around for a few years now and you've been involved with the selection. Do you feel that there's been a common sense approach there in allowing that sort of time to get used to life away from the game a little?
Yeah, most definitely, Wallen. I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't jump straight into coaching, is because I needed that time out. And I know I haven't got the skill sets required to coach at the NRL level, but I know that I've got the skill set required to coach at State of Origin. I understand Origin and I've got a passion for Origin. I know how camps operate. I've been involved in over 40 of them, and I know what players like and I know what they dislike, and I also know how to prepare a group of men to go to battle. And for me, that's the exciting part.
Good on you, Laurie, and I know you'll do it your way, mate, and that would be the most important thing. And I'm sure all of New South Wales say congrats. I think Queensland are probably saying well done, and they want that battle to continue rolling into the future.
And it's the first time Queensland won't hate the New South Wales coach.
Is that right? There we go. Well, there's a big plus for you.
That's the thing.
Thanks for coming in,
me.
and well done. Thank you, man. That's fantastic.